quickly figured I'd throw the steering wheel on the quick release. So this little project my brother and I have been working on, just kind of coming up with some bolt kits and things like that. So had some M5 flathead, as well as some button heads if I need to use them in the future for the quick release. But actually, these NRG quick releases typically have this part that bolts up to an adapter hub on the steering column of the car. But they've recently came out with another, or like a new design, I guess, and it's a all-in-one piece. So this part's hollow and it's got your actual steering column nut in there. So you put that all up on there and it probably makes it, I mean, I would say at least 2 inches shorter and closer to the steering column. I mean, this wheel being deep dish, it's pretty well deep dished, and the kind of concern is, I mean, I'm 5'10", 5'11" or so, but I want to sit back, kind of lean back and have more of a comfortable seating position. Of course, S13s are known to kind of have bad seating positions. Honestly, in a sense, they don't really sit very low to begin with. So I'm going to try to get some super low seat brackets when I put in the racing seat. Probably going to do an NRG Prisma seat, but you know, just mounting this thing up real quick, kind of getting some things put together. Worked on the car a bit today and decided to spend a little bit of time in the rear. Finally got off the rear hubs. So as you can see there, got the rear hubs off, the knuckle and everything. I didn't have a 36mm socket, so I ran over to Lowe's and picked one up for like $9. So I was able to use that, get everything off. I did the same thing on the other side, and then, can't remember where to put them, but over here. I got all the old suspension components, toe arms, camber arms, off the rear, tossed them up on eBay. Just, you know, honestly, I hate to throw them away or anything and storing them. I could do that, but hey, if I can get some money and, you know, potentially help somebody out in Facebook Marketplace trying to build a budget car, you know, trying to sell them for cheap. So otherwise, that's kind of it for today. I think the next step is going to be to work on the engine bay. I really think still I'm going to stick with the black Steelite on the engine bay everywhere. Grab a light as well. That may help out for lighting. So I think I'll stick with the black Steelite on the engine bay. Kind of jumping back and forth between the gray or the black. Maybe it's kind of corny or not, but I do really like kind of the gold flake tape and things like that. It kind of, stupid enough, reminds me of like NASA, things like that. But recently watched that 180SX that James Dean built, and I've seen that they did it all across the firewall and everything. So of course this won't be anywhere near to the caliper that car is, but I think it might be a nice touch either on a black or a gray engine bay to do the foil tape along, you know, just like this lip here in the firewall. Otherwise, yeah, that'll kind of be it. I want to get this harness kind of moved out of the way, get this thing prepped up and cleaned. Then, I mean, the weather's kind of bad today, but it's kind of haven't been too cold here lately. So if the winter months keep it up like this, you know, 60, 70 degree days, then it'll give me an opportunity to go ahead and shoot the engine bay and paint, kind of get that all prepared and ready to go. I do have the motor, as you can see over there. I made a video a few videos back just kind of talking about that and plans. So that will get some work here in the future, but the big thing is getting kind of the engine bay aesthetic stuff as well as the suspension stuff done. The rear subframe looks pretty good. I mean, for sitting outside for nearly a decade, it looks pretty good. Most of everything is not too stuck. I did not have any issues so far taking any bolts off. I mean, the wheel wells, tubs, and everything look good too. So I'll do the same thing I did in the front. Has a wire wheeling using that 3M undercoating to kind of seal and recoat everything, clean up any surface rust. I mean, there's a little bit of stuff here and a little bit over here that I'll have to clean up, but I'll do some work on that. Frame rails look really good. Yeah, I mean, it's looking good up under here. One thing I noticed, and I'm gonna have to work on this and replace them, is those knuckle bushings, if you can see that there, are pretty much smoked. So wasn't, I mean, typically on 240s you can replace those, you cannot. Just depends on how long the car's sat, how hard it's been driven. Obviously this car was drifted quite a bit, so that makes sense, those being wore out. So I think GK Tech has the best deal on these bushings. I'll go ahead and get some coming, as well as the GK Tech subframe bushing kits. But yeah, I mean, everything else looks good. Axles are still pretty good shape and condition. So I think those would be fine to reuse. Spinning the axles and everything, the wheel hubs, diff felt tight, still felt good. So I'll probably take that out, reseal it, and maybe plate the diff, because I did only have the Spider gears welded. I mean, it held up for a while, but I plan to throw some more grip at this car and kind of drive it way a bit harder. So yeah, progress continues.